Hello everyone, my name is April Mannion. I'm 33 years old and I work at Salon 35. The reason why I do this is for my family. I have a daughter named Brooklyn Barnes and I have a husband named John. They keep me uplifted, they keep me going, and they keep me just, my drive so strong to continue my dreams and my goals. Also, I've started doing hair as a young girl on my baby doll. The first thing I learned was braids, and then all of a sudden I started doing my hair, and then I started doing my family and my friends' hair, and then all of a sudden, you know, I stepped into cosmetology school. And when I stepped into cosmetology school, it was just like a brand new experience. It didn't even feel like I was working. It felt like I was at home. It was everything I dreamed of. Like, I don't even think I missed a day. So after cosmetology school, I started my journey. So I've been licensed cosmetologist for 14 years. Yes, 14 years. And I've been a licensed instructor for 11 years now. And I love it. I won't trade this profession for nothing. So that's my journey. And I started a brand 2 years ago named A Colorist, where I go in the community and I give back to women and young girls just to let them get a day of beauty and a day outside of their circumstances, and uplift them, empower them, make them feel good about themselves no matter their circumstances. So that's what I'm about. I think as stylists, we have the opportunity to uplift people just by one eyebrow arch, just by one haircut, just by the right color. That's why I became a stylist, just to create and uplift our clients is so important. The reason why I want to become a Redken artist is to learn and to build me as a stylist. I did so much of pour out. I teach right now, and even behind the chair, I feel like it's so much more to learn. And after I went to the Redken Specialist program and did the Hair Color Authority, I found out there's a ton of new knowledge that I didn't know, and I don't want to stop there. I want to keep going. I want to keep building. So as I build, I can bring my students and my coworkers with me. It was so much energy. It made me feel like the first day of cosmetology school again. I finally stepped back and took the time out and educated myself. And the instructors that we had was so caring, and they made it fun, but it was a lot of knowledge. I love the Redken brand and what you guys teaches us and how structured you guys are, and I want to be that. I want to revolve into the stylist that the best I can be, and I know I can get that through Redken, because I'm ready to grow, I'm ready to learn, and I'm ready to take my career to the next level. What I want to educate you all today is not only the technical skill, but the importance of maintaining your client's hair integrity throughout the whole hair color service. The hair is composed of protein, moisture, lipid oils, minerals, and carbohydrates. And if you look on the screen, you will see its percentages. This is the same for all clients. However, the texture, the diameter, the abundance, the shape, and the pigment varies from each client to client. It's different. And because we are doing a chemical service, we want to make sure that the hair remain healthy and is composed of every component that we need to make sure it's in good condition throughout the chemical service and after. Another thing you should do is evaluate your client's hair prior to the chemical service or hair color service, any service that involves a chemical, through consultation. No matter if your client is new or is a repeated client, every time you should do this. One thing to check for is the hair damage. Is it mechanically damaged or physically damaged? Is it dry, oily, or if it's over porous, or what about the elasticity? If you unsure about any of this, there's tests you can take. You can do a strand test, you can do an elasticity test, you can do a porosity test. It is accurate that you do these things prior to your service to maintain your client hair integrity. Also, it determines what hair color you're going to use, your formulation, the procedure that you would take to accomplish your hair color, or even if it is not achievable. It's okay to tell your client, no, let's strengthen your hair, let's do conditioning treatments. And I'm telling you, they will thank you. It's okay to say no and rebuild the hair and keep the client hair integrity throughout the service. So what I would like to share with y'all, the technical skill that I'm going to be showing you guys, is the color melt. The way I describe a color melt is like icing on a cake. You can bake a cake, but the icing makes it pretty. So after the decolorization process, whether it's foilage, biolage, highlights, you can do this method, and it makes the hair shine. It makes the regrowth process amazing, where it be no harsh lines in the regrowth process. It also, you can make it as bold as you want, as fun as you want, and you can make it natural and settled. The thing I would like to share with you guys is how to properly put in a color melt, how to properly do it. One thing that I think about is the sectioning, how you gonna place it. What I like to do is diagonal lines. If you do a diagonal line, I guarantee if you maintain that diagonal line sectioning, you will get no line of demarcation. Your color will just flow no matter how many colors you use. Also, another important part about the color melt is the choice of colors. You either use the warm or you use a cool tone. I say that because so you can get an accurate transition of colors and the way they melt into the hair. So you'll know like it's gonna look good in your end result. Another thing is your application. You wanna make sure that you don't apply too much, but you wanna make sure you saturate it enough. That plays an important part, and the tools you use. What brush you're gonna use for each area, zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3 if they have one. And also your formulation, because in zone 1, what you're gonna use. Zone 2, you gotta know that it might appear dull, so add a little warmth in your formulation. And at the ends, if they have a zone 3, you want to know that that's old hair, so you want to make it pliable. You want to add clear solution to the formula. So that plays a big part in how the color melt. And if you do these 4 things that I just described, I bet you your color melt will come out amazing. So today what I will be using for my color melt is 3 different colors. For zone 1, I will be using Color Gels Lacquer 5NW. We'll be using 2 ounces of this color and 2 ounces of 20 volume Redken peroxide developer. You want to use equal partings. For zone 2, I will be using Shazy Q Gloss 07NB, 2 ounces, and 2 ounces of Shazy Q Gloss processing solution. Now for zone 3, I will be mixing 2 different colors. I will be using 09V 1 ounce and 09P 1 ounce. Then I will be adding Crystal Clear, a ½ ounce of Crystal Clear. So that makes 2½ ounces. So you want to do equal partings of Shazy Q Gloss. So that'll be 2½ ounces of Shazy Q Gloss. see, this is my client. Her hair is kind of dry. She already been pre-treated. So we already did the pre-art cleansing cream. Then we did a cat protein treatment by Extreme, and she blow dried, and we ready to begin the color melt. Like I said, always condition the hair in between everything you do, just to keep it in good condition. So this is how she wear her hair. This is the part, so I'm gonna go along with the part and part my fourth section. I'm gonna go straight down the way her hair lay, because I want it to be natural. You're gonna part it from ear to ear. And I love neat sectioning. The neater the better. I'm gonna leave a little out, be a little lighter to give it that contrast. And I'm just gonna do that on separate so the color won't sit on there as long as the rest. I start on my right. You can start on either side, but I normally start on my right side first. And that's the section. Section is done. I'm gonna go through my first color, my zone 1 color, and I'm gonna apply it to the roots. Make sure your section's not too big, so you can make sure you get it fully saturated. You don't have to do both sides. I just like doing both sides. I like doing this first before I color melt. Now I use the foil. I'm about to start doing the 3 colors using diagonal back sectioning. And I like using foil, it's just neater and cleaner. Board, I get the board, and I make sure, even though I parted diagonally, that my hair lays diagonally. That's an important part to it. So I'm just gonna bring down my first color. Then I'm gonna go with my second color and apply. And I'm going to take a dry brush and just blend the two. There's one way you can do this. And that creates another color in between them 2 colors. Then make sure you got something to dry your brush on. Then I'll put that down. I'll pick up another, because she got long hair, for my zone 3. And I use my 3rd color, the diluted color for my ends. I love this too, my blur brush. You can go through and use that or the dry brush. And that's it. And now that I got that, I'm just gonna lay it down and follow the same step You lay it right on top, and you can see the transition of the colors. Make sure it's fully saturated, no dry areas. And my third color, you continue this on up. And make sure you have a clean brush and that the hair is smooth. Now remember, if your hair is more than your peace sign, naturally split it. The key is keeping. I'm gonna go down a little more. Keeping that brush clean, your dry brush or your blur brush. Say I'm doing my second color, you can even take that brush and go into the darker color. And that'll help you blend too, instead of using a dry brush or a blur brush. You just go into the darker color with your lighter color. And that'll help blend as well. I like to change it up so it can be like contrast, a lot of contrast with it. And I put the foil as I go up just to keep neatness and cleansed and be clean, so it won't be all over. But it have this all three colors as we go up. You won't have less of one color, more of one. It'll be even. Like I said, I'm gonna do the roots. I'm on my next section. I'm gonna do these two front sections last because I want it to be a little bit lighter. Now all I do, I'll do my diagonal. Now I'm doing diagonal forward in the front. Just gonna lay right on top of my other colors. And what I'm doing with the roots, I'm just making sure it's all saturated. So now that she done processed for 20 minutes, we're going to shampoo her with Color Extend shampoo and conditioner. And we're going to do a Shop Face Extreme conditioner treatment with the Shop Fix for 5 minutes. And we're going to style her after that. So it's been 20 minutes and I'm rinsing her. So I'm so excited to show you guys what I'm going to be using for the blowout, because I feel like the blowout add the finishing touch to your hair color service. So for my client, this is what I chose. I love all Redken product, but these are one of the ones I chose for her because she's coarse, she's thick, and she's been color treated before, so she was a little on the drier side. So I choose One United to make it manageable and pliable. It adds nourishment too and conditions it. If you want to leave it in, it adds a better conditioning treatment to the hair, or you can rinse it out after 1 or 2 minutes. Then I have the Pillow Proof Express Treatment Primer. It adds a coating to the hair, but it don't leave it heavy, and it makes it more manageable, and it's ideal for coarse, thick, dry hair. So Stay High, I cocktail it with the Pillow Proof because it adds a volume and it adds a hold to it, so when I go to curl it, I won't have to add no more hold to the hair if I don't want to. And then after I curl the hair, I will use Rewind to add a little texture to the curls, and it'll add movement and piece them out. So I hope you enjoy this. If you want to use it yourself, I'm telling you, it's awesome. And I hope you enjoy this blowout. I'm sending my client home with is everything I use in the blowout service. Not only did I use it, but I taught her how to use each one and what it does for her hair. So I educated her so she can go home and use this on a daily basis. And also, I want to send her home with the Color Extended Bonder because this will help her for the next couple of weeks strengthen her hair and repair her hair. So I know, like I said in the beginning, the condition of the client hair is important. So I know that her hair will be strengthened even after the shot, and it will be in good shape when she come back.